Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Under Triple H regime, Nick Aldis has been acting as the SmackDown general manager. Since his arrival, the national treasure has impressed the WWE universe with his bold decisions as an authority figure. Recently, Aldis has been heavily involved in the storyline between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, which has made the undisputed WWE Championship feud more compelling. Amid this, speculation has arisen that Triple H might replace Nick Aldis with WWE Hall of Famer Rob Van Dam as the new SmackDown GM. In 2023, RVD expressed interest in taking on an authority role in WWE during his podcast. However, the legendary star mentioned one condition. He wasn't always comfortable wearing a suit and would prefer not to do so. The rationale behind Triple H potentially replacing Nick Aldis could be tied to Aldis's possible in-ring return. For those unfamiliar, the National Treasure is a multi-time champion in NWA TNA and other promotions. On several occasions, Aldis himself has hinted at a return to the squared circle. So, if Triple H has plans to execute this idea, he might consider bringing in a new SmackDown GM to replace Aldis, and RVD could be a fitting choice. WWE could incorporate a storyline where the chief content officer grows dissatisfied with Aldis's performance as GM. This could be particularly valid if he fails to manage Kevin Owens' actions on the Blue brand effectively. If Nick struggles to maintain order leading up to WrestleMania 41, the CCO might strip him of his position and appoint RVD as the new GM. However, the real reason behind such a decision could be to pave the way for Aldis's in-ring return while introducing RVD as the newest authority figure on Friday nights. Although this scenario is purely speculative, RVD's interest in an authority role makes him an excellent choice if Nick Aldis returns to the ring. During a conversation last year on Insight with Chris Van Vliet, Nick Aldis shared details about his discussions with Triple H prior to joining WWE. The National Treasure revealed how he approached making the authority figure character his own. He further disclosed that, during his early conversations with the King of Kings, emphasized his vision for this character to stand apart. Aldis explained that the chief content officer wanted the role to feel fresh and distinct, steering away from the typical authority figures seen in WWE's past. This is why Aldis chose to craft a unique portrayal of an authority figure on television in the ever-evolving landscape of WWE. One of the most intriguing aspects is the constant shift of authority figures and the ongoing discussion surrounding who could step into leadership roles. Recently, the concept of Triple H replacing Nick Aldis as the general manager of SmackDown has become an interesting idea. Although Aldis' tenure as SmackDown's GM is still fresh, the idea of bringing in a WWE Hall of Famer like Triple H could have major implications for the product, its audience, and the way WWE presents itself. In this exploration, we'll take a deep dive into the possibilities and ramifications of Triple H assuming control of SmackDown. From his career legacy to the current state of the Blue brand, and the way WWE could elevate the storyline, let's consider how this shift could unfold creatively and strategically. Triple H's legacy, the ideal authority figure? Triple H, born Paul Levesque, has been an integral figure in the WWE universe for over 3 decades. Whether as a performer, a backstage architect, or a corporate executive, his influence on the company has been profound. From his legendary in-ring career, where he solidified himself as one of the greatest of all time, to his role in NXT, where he developed the next generation of superstars, Triple H's legacy is undeniable as a multi-time world champion, a member of D-Generation X, and the cerebral assassin behind some of WWE's most iconic moments. Triple H knows how to command a crowd and elicit a reaction. His pedigree as a performer has made him one of the most respected figures in wrestling history, and he carries that respect into any role he takes on. In terms of being a general manager, his gravitas and established reputation could immediately add a level of prestige to the SmackDown brand. Fans of all ages know who Triple H is, and his involvement would draw attention. The storyline potential with Triple H at the helm could also be immense, as he's always been a master of storytelling, blending his on-screen persona with his real-life position behind the scenes. The current landscape of SmackDown and Nick Aldis' role. As of now, Nick Aldis serves as the general manager of SmackDown. Aldis, a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion and a respected figure within the wrestling community, took the reins of the Blue brand in a role that is more backstage and managerial in nature. His introduction to WWE was relatively recent, yet he brought an aura of professionalism and order to the SmackDown locker room. Aldis was someone who commanded authority with calm professionalism, often setting the tone for what was to come on the show. However, while Aldis' role had its moments of success, there were some instances where his character felt less impactful when compared to the larger-than-life personas WWE is known for. In a world where authority figures like Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon have set the bar for what it means to be in control of a show, Aldis, despite his talent and experience, could not match that level of intrigue. SmackDown, under Aldis, has been functioning smoothly, but there's been a lingering sense that the brand could benefit from a more dynamic, larger-than-life personality at the helm. This is where Triple H could step in and fill a void that not only elevates the weekly programming, but also adds to the overarching narrative of the product. Why Triple H would be an intriguing general manager of SmackDown. Triple H's transition into the role of general manager of SmackDown would not be a simple switch, but a well-timed strategic move that could breathe new life into the show. Here are several reasons why this change would work both creatively and from a storytelling perspective. 1. Nostalgia and star power. Triple H's arrival on SmackDown as general manager would bring an air of nostalgia to both longtime WWE fans and new viewers. His presence would be a throwback to the Attitude Era and the glory days of the Ruthless Aggression Era. His persona alone is enough to grab the attention of fans, and his arrival would signal that something big is about to happen. This star power can't be understated. WWE thrives when its biggest names have a hand in shaping the direction of a show, and Triple H certainly has that clout. The moment he walks out to the SmackDown ring, the crowd would erupt, and that kind of immediate reaction can elevate the show in a way that few other figures could. 2. Authority with a twist. Triple H has always thrived as an authority figure, whether as part of the McMahon-Helmsley faction or his involvement in the on-screen power struggles that have been a part of WWE's history. His character is complex. While he's the authoritative figure, he often operates with a hidden agenda, creating tension and intrigue among the roster. Triple H could easily slide into this GM role by utilizing his in-ring character's penchant for manipulation and mind games. The dynamic of having someone as crafty as Triple H in charge of SmackDown opens up numerous creative possibilities. Whether he makes controversial decisions to further his own interests or plays mind games with the top talent, Triple H could give SmackDown an edge it may be lacking under Aldis. 3. A new rivalry with Roman Reigns. Currently, Roman Reigns is the face of SmackDown as its Universal Champion. His reign has been dominant, but the creative team is always looking for ways to freshen up his storylines. Introducing Triple H into the mix could be the perfect avenue to create a compelling new rivalry. Imagine Triple H coming to SmackDown and asserting his authority, perhaps challenging Reigns' dominance or making decisions that create friction between the two. Reigns' character is built on being untouchable, but Triple H has the experience and credibility to challenge that. Their interactions could lead to fascinating segments, with the two powerhouses of the company clashing both verbally and physically. This could culminate in a massive match at a major pay-per-view, such as SummerSlam or WrestleMania. The feud would add drama and build anticipation for what would likely be a spectacle that fans could invest in. It would be an entirely fresh dynamic for Reigns, who has yet to face a true authority figure like Triple H in his current role. 4. NXT and developmental integration. Triple H's most recent, and perhaps most important, role in WWE has been his leadership of NXT. His vision for NXT revolutionized developmental wrestling, turning it into a legitimate third brand with its own identity. Bringing that experience to SmackDown could offer interesting possibilities, such as crossovers between NXT and the main roster. SmackDown, under Triple H, could see more emphasis on younger talent, just as NXT did during his tenure. If Triple H were to take the reins, he could use SmackDown as a platform to elevate and spotlight up-and-coming superstars who might have otherwise been overlooked. This would create a more balanced and exciting roster and give fans a sense of unpredictability, knowing that SmackDown could feature rising stars alongside the established veterans. Incorporating NXT stars into the mix could also lead to fresh rivalries and stories that fans haven't seen before, all while showcasing Triple H's eye for talent and his belief in giving younger wrestlers opportunities to shine. 5. SmackDown's dynamic change. If Triple H were to take over, it would be a shakeup that dramatically changes the tone and atmosphere of SmackDown. SmackDown has always been considered the land of opportunity, and Triple H could elevate that mantra even further by reshaping the brand's structure, by introducing storylines that focus on unpredictability, title shots based on merit, and fierce rivalries. Triple H could create an environment where everything matters, and every match has significance. SmackDown could take on a more sports-centric feel, with matches that have higher stakes and greater drama. The addition of a figure like Triple H at the helm would also make SmackDown feel more competitive, as he has the authority to make shocking decisions, push rivalries to the next level, and create drama with his choices. Potential storylines under Triple H's leadership. With Triple H in charge, SmackDown could be redefined in several exciting ways. Here are a few potential storylines that could emerge. 1. The power struggle. Triple H versus Roman Reigns. As mentioned earlier, Triple H's first major rivalry could be with Roman Reigns. Reigns, the head of the table, would see Triple H as a threat to his dominance, especially if Triple H starts making decisions that undermine his reign as Universal Champion. This could result in an epic showdown between two of WWE's most powerful figures. 2. The rise of new stars. With Triple H's vision, SmackDown could focus more on elevating the next generation of superstars. From younger wrestlers like LA Knight to stars who have been floating in the mid-card like Ricochet, the opportunity for these stars to rise would be paramount. Triple H could implement storylines that allow these wrestlers to grow into top contenders for the championship. 3. The return of a legendary stable. Triple H's history with stables like DX and Evolution could see the return of faction-based storytelling. Perhaps he creates a new faction on SmackDown, drawing on his history and influence to shape the future of the brand. Conclusion. Replacing Nick Aldis with Triple H as general manager of SmackDown would be a monumental shift for WWE. While Aldis has done a fine job in his current role, Triple H brings an unparalleled amount of star power, creative vision, and authority to the table. His involvement in SmackDown could lead to exciting storylines, new rivalries, and a revitalization of the Blue brand, all while staying true to his legacy as one of WWE's greatest figures. The possibility of Triple H in the GM role is a tantalizing one, full of creative potential and the promise of a new chapter for SmackDown. Whether it's a short-term story or a long-term creative direction, Triple H's addition to the SmackDown team would undoubtedly lead to new heights for the brand and the company as a whole. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.